What's up, YouTube? Heel Jeff here, and welcome to my Smackdown live review for the September 6th, 2016 episode, the final show before Backlash this Sunday night, a Smackdown only pay-per-view. So let's get ready to see how the final build for the pay-per-view was on Smackdown. Alright, so the show opens up, Daniel Bryan's in the ring with the women's title. So all the women come out, all 6 of them who are going to be in the six-pack challenge this Sunday. They all come out to the ring. They all start talking on the mics. They all start brawling. They go at it. Beat each other up. That would set up a match later in the night. 3-on-3 match. Almost the same match as the SummerSlam match, where it was, the only difference is Carmella and Nikki swap sides. But yeah, that would be later in the night. We'll get to that a little bit later. So then after that, The Miz backstage with Maurice and Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan. They start talking. Shane says Miz would drop the title. If he wanted to, he could right there. If he didn't want to face Dolph Ziggler at Backlash this Sunday. But The Miz didn't do that, of course. Why would he do that? So yeah, he had a match anyway. He first, Apollo Crews SummerSlam rematch. He won the match. And after the match, there was a little interference with Dolph Ziggler between the match. But Miz still won the match. And then, you know, they put on a little bit of a final build for the pay-per-view this Sunday. Obviously, no surprise there. I think The Miz will probably retain. I'll tell you all my predictions for the pay-per-view in another video sometime this weekend. But, yeah. That's the final build for that. So then there was a segment backstage, Renee Young interviewing AJ Styles, and then Styles went off when they showed the footage of last week when he went for the phenomenal forearm. Ambrose countered it, and he fell right between the ropes. So he was all pissed about that. He went off on one of the guys backstage. The guy he went off on, it looked a bit familiar. It looked like the guy we saw yesterday on Raw as one of the old day guys. I don't know. It looked like it was the one guy. The guy who was playing, I think, Big E. But I don't know. I mean, I just noticed that. But yeah, that's that. Then another backstage segment. Well, it was Bray Wyatt. In a room, in his chair. Cut a promo on Randy Orton for their match Sunday. Just a bunch of final build-up for the show. Nothing big happening on this episode. But he cut a promo on Randy Orton about their match Sunday. Yeah. Randy Orton would cut a promo later the night on him backstage. So that's what it was all about. You know, everybody's cutting promos on each other. Final build for the show. So then after that, we did have the 6-women tag match. Becky, Naomi, Nikki versus Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Carmella. Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Carmella won the match. I'll tell you who I think is going to win the match Sunday in my predictions video this weekend. So watch for that. Then after that, there were 2 tag matches left in the tag tournament. The first one was American Alpha and the Usos. And the other one would be Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Hype Bros, and the 2 winners would face off Sunday at Backlash for the new Smackdown Live tag titles, whatever they're called. I have no clue. But anyway, the first match, American Alpha went up against the Usos. They won this match. This was a quick match. It was really quick. After the match, well, I mean, I don't even think I said who won. American Alpha won the match. Then after the match, the Usos went to shake their hands. But no, the Usos turned heel. They turned heel right there. Super kick to them, and then they started beating them up. And then just a little bit ago, like about 10 minutes ago, I think, right before I started this video, they announced on Talking Smack that Chad Gable, 2 to 4 weeks. So there's going to have to be a replacement. So they announced it would be the Usos versus the Hype Bros, and the winner of that match would face Slater and Rhino for the tag titles. I just gave away that match. They beat the Hype Bros later in the night. But that match would also be Sunday at Backlash, so whoever won that match would face them for the titles because Chad Gable's out 2 to 4 weeks, so that's that. The Usos turned heel. I've kind of they needed the heel turn and they needed change. They were kind of the fans have kind of lost a little interest in them. I don't know. I think it a little bit has to do with them kind of pairing him with Roman back earlier in the year and all that. But they're they just have been the same too long. They needed some type of change with them. So I think it will work out, at least decently, in a solid way. Alright, so then after that, we had some filler. Fandango comes out without Tyler Breeze. He says Tyler Breeze is out in Dubai, I think he said. Doing something, I forget. But so then he's in the ring. He brings some fan into the ring and they start dancing and I don't know what was going on. Very odd segment. But then Kane comes out, just like last week when that one guy was in the ring. He comes out, comes in the ring, and then Fandango starts dancing in front of him, and then Kane, of course, chokeslams him. And I kind of thought Kane coming out here, I don't know why, I just had a feeling that he was going to come out again here. I don't know what they're doing here. This is just filler 2 weeks in a row here. It's like they couldn't come up with anything to just, take up some time on the show here. I mean, it's only a 2-hour show, too, so, it must be really thin on the Smackdown roster. Anyway, that's what that was, and then, yeah, alright, so what else happened here? Yeah, I already told you, Slater and Rhino beat the Hype Bros, so, yeah, I already told you the whole story there. They're going to verse the winner of the Usos and the Hype Bros. That's also at Backlash. And then they would verse for the tag titles, the new ones. Then there was a segment backstage. The Usos cut a promo, a heel promo. They said they were tired of everyone disrespecting them, yada yada, all that stuff. Beginning their heel run here. I'll be interested to see how they do it. I think they'll do pretty good as heels. I like it though. They definitely need to change though, like I said before. So then the main segment, the main event, wasn't really a main event match, but it was a segment. AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, the final build for their match for the WWE World Championship this Sunday. They come out. Dean Ambrose brings out some trophy. He gives it to AJ Styles. He's like, yeah, here, take this if you want to win something. AJ Styles, throws the trophy, breaks the trophy. And then, they just go back and forth. A little bit of build, like every other thing on the show, building up the show this Sunday, which I'll get to my thoughts on that in a second. But, they argue. And then, to end the show, Styles low blow to Ambrose. And then, little payback from last week. And then, Styles standing tall here, so it'll be interesting to see what happens Sunday. I personally want AJ Styles to win. I'll tell you in my predictions video who I think's gonna win. But yeah. As for the Backlash pay-per-view, it'll be interesting to see here how this pay-per-view goes. I mean, like I said, SmackDown's got a thin roster, so I don't know if it will affect the pay-per-view. The card isn't the strongest. There's a few matches, but it's not the strongest card here, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes this Sunday at Backlash. So yeah, that's basically it for SmackDown. I don't know what to say if Raw won this week or SmackDown won this week. It's pretty close. I mean, they were both kind of want to give it to SmackDown this week because Raw, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people really didn't like Raw. I thought I was the only one who thought it wasn't a bad show, but yeah, I think I'll give it to SmackDown this week. But yeah, so we'll see how Backlash goes. I'll have a prediction video up this weekend on that, and then a review after the show Sunday night. So that's it for this. Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Jeff Tuffner. Subscribe right here on YouTube. Let me know what you thought of SmackDown. And yeah, thank you for watching.